Here, and you know what? The parade has reached 24 long years. We also have video of another popular float, also in its golden splendor, the Golden Knights float. And today, Derek England will ride that float along with his family. Now, we're expecting to see new performances along the route, and you also get to see more than 70 entries, all honoring our American heroes. Over 2,500 people will walk the route, 500 plus volunteers. The fun kicks off at 9 o'clock this morning at Hill Point Road in Hill Center. It moves southward, ending at 11 o'clock at the Trails Village Shopping Center. And if you can't make it, we'll, of course, live stream the parade on our Facebook page, also on LasVegasNow.com. And as John was telling us, Sherry Swensk and Brian Loftus will MC the event. Everyone, get out here. Let's celebrate. And if you see us out here, don't forget to say hello. Reporting live in Summerlin, Hector Mejia, 8 News Now.
All right, thank you, Hector. There are so many events around town, folks. Station Casinos will have fireworks shows at Green Valley Ranch, Red Rock Resort, and Texas Station. The Stratospheres fireworks begin at 9:15 this evening. Henderson, Boulder City, and Mesquite each have their own all-day parties, and you can find the details on our website, LasVegasNow.com.
40,000 people, huh, Sherry?
40. That number seems very high, but let me just tell you that the streets are lined all through that parade route, and there are a lot of folks out there. It really is a lot of fun. So if you want one of those shade trees, you better come early and bring your blankets and your coolers and find a spot. I always feel bad for the stormtroopers because they're in those costumes, and all the performers that are putting on these beautiful costumes who come out because it gets pretty warm out there quickly, standing in the sun waiting your turn to go through the parade.
At least it's early, so it's not super sweltering.
Not super sweltering,
but it's still sweltering.
Warm. It's going to be warm, that's for sure. So it's a lot easier to sit and watch the parade and talk about all the wonderful floats and entries, marching bands, than it is to be in the parade, I think. But they stay very hydrated. The Summerlin Council takes good care of everybody, so it's always a lot of fun. Do hope you come on out. Sun is on its way up, rising on our 4th of July. We're looking at a beautiful morning, nice and clear. There are some neighborhoods, Henderson, North Las Vegas, you're dropping into the upper 70s, 80s right now for the middle of town. Not too much in the way of wind. Boulder City, you've got your wonderful Jamboree Parade, a big pancake breakfast in the square, and lots of fun stuff going on all day today as well. So there are lots of ways to celebrate the 4th today. However you do it, just make sure that you're taking lots of extra water with you. We will be windy, especially out at the lake and along the river. Highs that will get into those low triple digits, not excessively hot, pretty typical summer weather for us. So be safe, everybody. Let's get to the roads. We've had some terrible accidents overnight. Let's check in with Nate right now.
Yeah, the good news, Sherry, obviously besides the horrible loss of life, is that the roadways have reopened after 3 incidents. This was a rollover crash. I believe it was just injuries on Paradise south of Sahara. So Sahara's moving fine, north and southbound Paradise moving fine after Metro Police and emergency crews clearing out that rollover. Meanwhile, the fatal auto pedestrians, one was at Maryland Parkway and Flamingo, the other further south at St. Rose Parkway and Bermuda. Meanwhile, we have a report of a crash northbound on the I-15 at Spring Mountain. We're looking southbound, but it doesn't look like there's any jamming up for the northbound side. Those are those headlights there. We'll keep an eye on all of this for you throughout the holiday. John Kirsten?
Nate, thank you. The Southern Nevada Health District is looking into reports of a gastrointestinal illness spreading at the Westgate. Dozens of people who have stayed at the resort have reportedly gotten sick. So the health district has a survey online. It's asking anyone who has visited the casino resort to answer some questions. All the answers will remain confidential.
In 1 week from today, twice convicted killer Scott Dozier will be executed here in Nevada. A combination of drugs never used before an execution will be used. It's the state's first lethal injection in 12 years' time. The ACLU has criticized the DOC for a lack of transparency about the process. There have also been some concerns that the new drug combo could cause Dozier to feel pain, but Supreme Court has allowed Nevada to move forward with it. Our I-team will be in Ely next week to cover Dozier's final day. A Metro police officer says he found a 4-year-old pacing back and forth and grunting in a cage. He described the scene like finding a lion caged up at a circus. A defense attorney describes the enclosure more like a homemade crib. All right, the I-Team first brought us this story back in March, and now we have a photo of that cage. The boy was removed from the home after police found him there in late 2016. The parents were arrested for felony child abuse. The boy is autistic. A defense attorney for the parents told the I-Team this was more of an issue of a lack of resources and education, but court documents say they refused help offered by the school district.
5:37 right now. 34 people have died after a ferry capsized off the Indonesian coast. 155 people did survive. The country's disaster spokesman says evacuation efforts are now complete. A leak on the ship is believed to be the cause of that accident. We're seeing some new videos this morning of a youth soccer team trapped in a cave in Thailand. They've been there for 2 weeks. Rescue efforts, though, could start as early as tomorrow. Laura Podesta has details on the children's condition and the efforts to get them out.
The 12 young soccer players and their coach are seen in these new videos smiling and even laughing, despite being trapped in a cave for 12 days now. Most are huddled together wearing foil thermal blankets. The boys introduce themselves and say they're in good health. Outside the cave, the families of the boys hope for the best as they watch the videos. It's like he has been given a new life, this mother said. A Thai Navy SEAL commander says a team of 7, including a doctor, is staying in the cave. They've been brought in to determine which boys are strong enough to swim out of the flooded cavern. Today, the governor said the boys practiced wearing diving equipment, but he doesn't believe they have attempted any practice dives. The other option is to wait until water levels drop, though heavy rains are in the forecast and monsoon season lasts until October. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
Developing situation there by the minute.
What a story. What a story. 5:39 on 4th of July. Las Vegas continues to be a staple in the film industry. Coming up on Good Day, a behind-the-scenes look at the local productions that's responsible for putting blockbuster hits on the screen.
And the Golden Knights are back volunteering in the community. Tell you about a special hockey session that a player will be hosting.
Associates. Enough said. Call Ed.
You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swensk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
Well, the movie industry has always made its way to Las Vegas. Blockbuster hits like Casino, Ocean's 11, and The Hangover were filmed right here in Las Vegas, thanks to the Nevada Film Office. Sally Jaramillo gives us an inside look into how they get the job done.
Viva Las Vegas!
We have a very deep and long history in film.
If he's involved in a murder, I need to know about it.
Director Eric Price with the Nevada Film Office says as a division of the Governor's Office of Economic Development, it's their role to promote the state of Nevada to film, television, and other content creators.
Over the last few years and over the last several, we've seen an increase in the amount of filming here in Las Vegas and throughout the whole state of Nevada. That's indicated by the number of film permits that just keep increasing year after year.
Some of the most iconic films in Las Vegas: Casino, The Hangover, and Ocean's 11. But there's more.
Most recently, last summer, the Jason Bourne movie was a big deal. Matt Damon drove a car down the Las Vegas Strip with cars exploding all over the place. You don't see that very often.
Right now,
7 Days Alive is currently filming here in and around town with some of the biggest stars in China.
And reality shows like Vegas Cakes that films at Freed's Bakery already airing its second season.
There's always reality shows that you see on TV that the Pawn Stars, the Counting Cars, the shows like that, Flipping Vegas.
And many others we can't talk about due to privacy agreements.
There's a lot of the bigger productions want to film under the radar, and then once they are completed, they want everyone to know about it.
When it comes to locations, local Nevadans can earn a profit as well.
If you're not in the film industry at all, but you have a local business, you could be in a film or a television show because they want to film there.
Many practical locations, such as a coffee shop on the side of the road, gas station, laundromat, that portray everyday life can earn new customers and a fee.
That could start at zero if they make a deal for promotion, or it can go as high as $25,000, $35,000, $50,000 a day.
Director Price says right now, original content creation is where the money is.
Netflix is going to spend $8 billion this year on content, and Amazon and Facebook and YouTube are not going to be outdone by that. So they're all going to be spending.
Sally Jaramillo, 8 News Now.
And our own I think Paula Francis, our old anchor, and Dave Crevassier definitely was in Casino.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's been a couple of local celebrities that have been on movies recently, but
well, wasn't Brian in Sharknado?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, absolutely in Sharknado. Plus, Paula made several appearances, as maybe did Dave Crevassier in CSI.
Yeah.
Now, I know that's television.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
but
of.
yeah, I think that's really cool when we see our own locals in national
We're all waiting,
stuff.
by the way.
Right.
We're waiting for our time on the silver screen.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I never did get to see Sharknado with starring anchor Brian
Loftus.
Loftus.
On Netflix.
As I recall, he was on the TV in a bar.
Like into the stratosphere, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, oh, yeah, that's true. All right, happy 4th, everybody.
Yeah, happy 4th of July.
Hope you got some great plans today. Maybe they include shooting off fireworks tonight, the safe and sane kind. Even so, as dry as we are and with winds expected again today, just really urge everybody to stay super safe. Keep that extra bucket of water around just in case. Maybe even spray down your lawn, your trees, especially if you've got those big palm trees with all the dry fronds. A lot of folks have not trimmed their palm trees, and it is going to be really tricky tonight with fireworks and then the winds as well. Lots of 70s, some 80s around this morning. Air's still very dry, humidity in the teens. We do have some breezes, but the winds will pick up even more as we get through the day again. 78 at Red Rock, 79 in Pahrump, 73 in Kingman. Boulder City, you've got the big Jamboree Parade going on this morning, and lots of fun going on in Boulder City. Lots of heat still bottled up across the Midwest to the Northeast, and high pressure will stay anchored over the west. It's going to shift a little bit, though, by the end of the week, and will actually allow that monsoon moisture to kind of steer its way right into our area by Friday into Saturday and Sunday to bring a slight chance of thunderstorms to our local mountains. It'll be the first taste of monsoon moisture that we have for the season. Lake wind advisory today, again, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. out at the river and at the lake, as we'll look for gusty winds. And then at the end of the week, lots of heat. Excessive heat watches that we talked about the last couple of days have now been turned into warnings. Starts Friday, goes all the way until Saturday midnight. We're looking at 104, 105 here in the valley for many neighborhoods, all the way up to near 110 through the desert. 548, we're on the roads to check in on your holiday. Do I call it a commute? I guess there are people working today, right?
There are definitely cars on the road, Sherry, but not nearly as many because most folks are just commuting around the house this morning. There was a rollover crash earlier this morning on Paradise, south of Sahara. At that first street you come up, Karen, that is all cleared out. Also cleared out a couple of fatal auto pedestrian crashes from overnight. One was not far from UNLV's campus at Flamingo and Maryland Parkway. The other one way down south at St. Rose Parkway and Bermuda. Again, that has been cleared up. Report of a crash on northbound I-15 at Spring Mountain. You're looking at the southbound traffic on the right-hand side. Left-hand side, those headlights are coming northbound. If there is a crash, it doesn't appear to be slowing anybody down. Be careful out there and make sure you have a safe 4th of July holiday. John, Kirsten.
Thanks, Nate.
All right, it's 10 minutes to 6 o'clock on the 4th of July. The Golden Knights molding some future stars.
Coming up on Good Day, we'll tell you more about a summer session they're holding this month. Stay with us.
Love that rapid cash.
And another effort to get more children playing hockey here in Las Vegas. The Golden Knights are spreading the word and the fun. The team's hosting a series of street hockey clinics all around town. The children will get to learn the basics of hockey. The sessions take place at several recreation centers all across the valley, and some Golden Knights players will participate as well. Next Tuesday, Derek England's expected to take part in a session at the Walnut Recreation Center, and it'll be at the Paradise Recreation Center on July 24th.
It looks like cool fun.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, what a great way to cool off.
You guys can learn too.
We could. Yeah, we could learn, or we could just watch.
I'd rather watch.
All right, happy 4th. Hope everybody's got some great plans for today.
Well, I hope everybody's out there joining Sherry and Brian for the patriotic parade.
Yeah, I love the parade. It really is. It's so Americana, you know, and everybody just really gets in the spirit. So patriotic. We really salute our veterans and our military. So happy 4th, everybody. And we won't be free of winds, I can tell you that, but we will be free of clouds. We've got a lot of sunshine coming our way. Get your sunscreen on, get lots of extra cool water with you. If you're headed up to the mountains, right now temperatures are in the 60s. We'll look for a high today of about 80 degrees. In the valley, we're in the 70s and 80s. And the mountain will get the winds just like we will here in the valley. Our highs in the lower elevations will find those triple digits again. And this is actually slightly below normal, this 103 that we're looking for our July 4th afternoon. Winds in the valley, maybe up to about 25 miles an hour. Please be careful with the fireworks and the barbecue grills, the cigarettes. The air's still so dry. We could sure use some rain. And we might actually get some in the mountains this weekend with a chance of some monsoon thunderstorms. All right, so by 9 o'clock, we're still warm in the 90s as all those fireworks are being set off. Should be beautifully clear if we can keep those winds down so that it's all safe and sane, especially in your neighborhood. 106 tomorrow. Boy, look how that heat jumps up to 111 on Friday. Heat warnings now have been issued for Friday and Saturday, and a few clouds coming in, a little extra humidity as that monsoon moisture kind of sneaks our way towards southern Nevada. 5:54, let's get on the roads with Nate.
Yeah, getting you out the door before 6 on the 4th of July if you got anywhere to go. Hopefully you don't. Hopefully you get to stick around. But there are a few cars out on the roadway. And here, the intersection of Sahara and Paradise, which was the scene nearby of a rollover crash a couple of hours ago. It was on Paradise, south of Sahara, at that first street you come up on. Karen, all lanes are reopened there. Emergency crews doing a good job of clearing that one out. There were a couple of fatal auto pedestrian crashes. Again, the intersections are now opened. One was at Flamingo and Maryland Parkway. The other much further down south at the intersection of St. Rose Parkway and Bermudan. Now, St. Rose Parkway is an extremely wide street. I don't know if somebody was trying to cross that one or whether it was on Bermuda. Bottom line, the intersection is reopened. Also, checking reports of a crash northbound on I-15 as you come up on Spring Mountain. You're looking on the right-hand side of your screen at the southbound traffic getting off at Flamingo. Headlights coming at you heading for Spring Mountain. Doesn't look like there's a lot of traffic, and if there was a crash there, you'd think things would be jumbling up there. So the freeway system is looking pretty good. Have a moment to make sure you know about Sherry and Brian Loftus emceeing the Summerlin Patriotic Parade starting at Hill Point, going down Hill Center, going around the curve there at Village Center Circle, and then letting off at Trailwood. They're expecting a lot of folks out there. Maybe you'll be one of them. John, Kirsten.
Thanks so much, Nate. Nice to see it in that easy way to understand. AAA also offering its free Tipsy Toast service for this evening. Call from 6 p.m. tonight through 6 a.m. tomorrow. 1-800-AAA-HELP. It is for both members and non-members up to 10 miles. And United Blood Services putting out the call for donations. Blood donations typically lower during the holidays and summer months, and the need spikes because of accidents. UBS has dozens of blood drives scheduled across the valley tomorrow through Sunday. Of course, they're closed today. You can also log on to bloodhero.com to find a donation location near you.
5:56 on the 4th of July. The FBI says it has stopped a terrorist attack from playing out in Cleveland, Ohio.
What investigators say the suspect had planned for the 4th of July celebration.
And we hear from the big guy, Ryan Reeves, Golden Knights. He's talking about the new player, Paul Stastny, and how they'll do here in Las Vegas.
Stay with us here on the Valley's News Leader.
free consultation.
Now on Good Day Las Vegas, getting ready to celebrate the 4th. We're live in downtown Summerlin as the town gets ready for the annual Patriotic Parade.
Plus, make sure you're keeping an eye on your pets tonight during the fireworks. The hundreds of animals the Animal Foundation is expected to take in because of the celebrations.
And we're already under a heat warning for this weekend. Sherry will let us know how hot it'll get in her Weather Now forecast.
The answer is very hot. 8 News Now, Good Day, the Valley's news leader, starts right now.
Now, live. This is 8 News Now, Good Day.
Happy 4th of July, 6 a.m. sharp. Thank you so much for waking up with us. I'm Kirsten Joyce.
And I'm John Langler. Later tonight, station casinos will be lighting up the skies with fireworks, plenty of other places too. Yesterday, we got a look at how crews are setting up for the big display.
Yeah, pyrotechnicians with Grucci Fireworks spent about 650 man-hours getting everything in place. The fireworks will be electronically fired from a computer, synchronized to a patriotic music soundtrack. It did take crews some 30 hours to come up with the choreography and design of the show. The 3 shows will be at Green Valley Ranch Resort, Red Rock Resort, and a shared event at Fiesta Rancho in Texas Station. The fireworks go off at 9 p.m.
And as a reminder, Metro Police and firefighters around the county are looking out for illegal fireworks. Anyone caught using them can face up to a $1,000 fine. So make sure fireworks you buy say safe and sane on the packaging. Also, don't call 311 or 911 to report illegal fireworks. There's a new website you can report them. It's called ispyfireworks.com. You see it on the bottom of your screen. There's a link to that on our website as well, lasvegasnow.com.
And for those who haven't cut down those dead fronds from the palm trees, this is extremely flammable. Falling embers can and have destroyed several properties over the years. Caution there. If you're still looking for a place to catch the fireworks, well, we do have a list on our website, lasvegasnow.com. Look under the Don't Miss section.
AAA is offering its free Tipsy Toe service for the 4th of July. You can call from 6 tonight to 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. The number 1-800-AAA-HELP. It's for both members and non-members up to 10 miles. While the 4th of July can be plenty of fun for us, it can be stressful for our four-legged friends.
Cats can become quite scared and startled by the fireworks. Tonight, hundreds will be separated from their families.
8 News Now reporter Nia Wong is live at the Animal Foundation this morning, where those dogs and cats that are scared off end up. Good morning, Nia.
Good morning, Kirsten and John. Just around the corner from these portables over here is the Animal Foundation's Lost and Found section. This is where 500 cats, dogs, and even a bird ended up after last 4th of July. And sadly, the Animal Foundation doesn't expect that number to be very far off again. The Animal Foundation works together with animal control departments among Clark County, North Las Vegas, as well as the city of Las Vegas. And they really do believe fireworks are the source for many of the animals they take in during this time. Most of them right after Independence Day, and some of them not in the best condition.
They come in overheated, injured sometimes. Their paw pads are raw. Their temperature is really high. Yeah, I mean, they're sad. They're scared because they're missing their families.
Out of the hundreds of animals they get, only 20% get reclaimed by their owners, and they can only hold animals for 3 days before they're put up for adoption. Coming up, some tips on ways to keep your animals safe so that they don't end up here. Reporting live, Nia Wong, 8 News Now.
Thank you, Nia. Well, before the fireworks light up the sky tonight, the 24th annual Patriotic Parade kicks off in Summerlin this morning. It's the Valley's largest 4th of July parade with thousands of spectators. Hector Mejia is live near Lake Mead and Hill Center Drive this morning with a look and a preview. Good morning, Hector. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th, Sherry, and I understand you, along with Brian Loftus, will be here to MC the event. So everyone watching this morning, stop by and say hello to all of us as you're celebrating the 4th of July. And you know what 40,000 people expected? Some seats are already up. There's a tent just down the street here, right where things start, and the floats are starting to line up. We've seen different floats from the Hulk to the Black Panther to Hamilton just down the street. But as we make our way down here, if you thought Santa was taking a break, he's not, because he will have a police escort this morning. Joining me live, a spectator who's also here to take pictures of Santa this morning. Doug, what's that all about?
So Santa is going to be arriving here around 7:30 or so. And he's going to have a police escort, and it's going to be really exciting. He's going to be dressed as a patriotic Santa.
What's the link here between 4th of July and Santa Claus?
You got me. But I think Santa is for everybody, and he's this Santa is 365 days a year.
And we also have video of some of the floats you'll be seeing out here this morning. We have about 500 volunteers, about 70 entries, and really 40,000 spectators. So it's the Valley's largest 4th of July parade, rather. And Doug, tell me, so your family's already here. You've been coming for almost 20 years. What do you love the best about it?
It feels like a Macy's Day Parade in Las Vegas. It feels like a real parade. It's not, you know, a small parade. It's a really large parade, and the thousands of people that are going to be here is indicative of that.
Large balloons as well, too, right?
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. Some of the video that I've shot over the years is just, you know, mind-blowing for me. It's a lot of fun.
Doug, I appreciate you sticking around to talk with us. And before we let you guys go, let's show you a little bit of this float here. You can see the red, white, and blue splendor here. Just one of the many, many, many floats we'll be showing you here throughout 8 News Now. Good day. And also, don't forget, we'll be live streaming the event on our Facebook page as well as LasVegasNow.com. For now, reporting live in Summerlin, back to you.